Okay, so this is Catherine. It was free on PlayStation Plus last month, but I never got the chance to actually play it, so I'm playing it now. I just want to give you my impressions of the game so far. I'm about 3 hours in. Well, I was 3 hours in, because now I'm 2 hours and 20 minutes in. The game has no autosave, okay? So, what happened was, I know how to save. Problem being is that the game, while I was walking around in the bar, the game triggered a cutscene and booted me out of the bar where I couldn't save, which is a pretty big bug, and I got booted, and so now I'm back 30-40 minutes where I was. So now I've got to talk to all these people again in the bar, and I'll do this. I'll just turn the game down while I talk about the game. Now, so yeah, that's really frustrated me, because I've got to talk to all these people again. Okay, so another big problem with this game, there's difficulty settings. What? It's a puzzle game with difficulty settings. Why? It screws it up so badly. It screws the difficulty up so badly, because they have to do different difficulties for different settings, and it makes so there's crazy difficulty spikes all over the place. So, which is a big problem, because, difficulty spikes are a problem. Third problem with this game, the controls are terrible. I was on this boss fight, and I failed about 10 times because the controls are bugged to pieces with the boss fights. Because in the boss fights, the camera changes, and when the camera changes, the controls get stuck in the opposite way, and so left is right and right is left, which is a big bug, which is a big problem, which can kill you so many times. Another problem, well, not another problem, but problem is that I suck at this game. I cannot beat it. I can beat it. Problem is, I always play puzzle games. I'm like, really good at puzzle games, and I always beat puzzle games pretty easily, pretty quickly, no problem. And for some reason, this game, I cannot even comprehend to do it. But like, the main problem with the puzzle gate, is that the problem with the there's a time limit essentially. There isn't a counter in the top left hand corner, but there is a time limit of sorts where the world keeps falling below you and you have to keep climbing up. And it doesn't give you enough time. You can't just stop and think about it. You have to keep running, and moving and moving and moving and moving. Which is a big problem. You can't just stop and think. And also, that contribution to this is that music, the music is going dun 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 dun. It gets really frustrating when you just don't know what to do. There's this big noise going bang, bang, bang below you. It can get really frustrating. You just want it to be quiet and stop for a minute. Third of all, I just can't. Well, third of all, what am I talking about? I guess this isn't really my type of puzzle game. Because I really like the game a lot. I really like the story. I really like the... I'm just going to save just in case. I really like the puzzle games. I really like the puzzles. Problem is that they really do... But you can't... It's not... What's the word? It's not... I can't think of the word now. It's not... really, you can't really actually, I can't think of the word, great, you can't see it very easily, you can't see what the actual solution to the puzzle is, it's not exactly very clear at all, it should be pretty clear if you're looking in the right place, but it's not. First thing first, the camera is a pain in the ass, camera's a pain. That's a big problem. That can get you killed because you can't. Like in the boss fight, I said the camera pans up, so you can't see what's above you on the next step above you, so you can get killed by that. That's a problem. Okay, screw you guys. I'm just gonna go do this puzzle that I can't do. So I'm just gonna show you the game. Yes, I'm taking off. I don't care. Problem is, the game has a karma system, and now I completely can't give a toss about it because they didn't let me. The save didn't save properly, so I can't care any less now. They got a, like, but I really like the game though. But the puzzles are just. I think the main problem is that there's a difficulty setting. If there wasn't a difficulty setting, I reckon the game wouldn't have these difficulty spikes or anything. Well, they might do, but they could just focus on one difficulty and make that difficulty good. Well, I'll show you the game now. And the problems don't really come into play in this puzzle. It's just not clear at all what you're supposed to do. But keep in mind, I do like this game, though. It's just, there are so many problems with it that kind of ruin it a little bit. Or a lot. Because the story's really great. I like the bar, but I really like the puzzles. I hate the boss battles, because the boss battles, the camera and the controls bug out a lot. And at the end of each stage you get to make a choice, which is pretty cool. And you see who else has made that choice or haven't made that choice. So look at the game. You've got to climb up stairs. So you get a pillow, it's an extra life. You get this, which can kill all enemies. And literally you have to climb to the top. But it's just, oh, there's another problem in the game. You learn techniques, right, from other AI players, and which is fine and all. Problem is, you can't look at the techniques. They're nowhere to be found. You can't actually see them. They're not in like a notebook or anything where you can review the techniques and look them up in case you've forgotten. No, it's gone. You can't do it, which is completely pointless. And see, I have no idea how to get up here. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up. You can climb around edges, and I have no idea how to climb up. It's just not clear at all to me. I mean, you can push stuff out, but it doesn't seem to do anything. You see, look, look at the camera, and the controls are just super buggy. They flip on themselves so many times and completely bug it out. So the controls, I do that and I can get up. Alright. So there's checkpoints. If you get retries, but if you lose all your retries, you go back to the beginning, or you go back to where you've saved. So that can be a big problem. There's no autosave feature at all. Like, how stupid can they be? I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up because I can't beat it. I want to give up because the save system, the controls, and the controls. Because I've been doing this for about an hour now and I still can't do it. And this is where I get stuck. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do at all. So now I'm stuck. I can't see the camera. I can't see myself at all. Look, I can't see myself at all. I'm completely stuck. I have no idea where I am. I can't see anything. Look, this is a big problem. Look, I can't see myself at all. The camera is horrendous. I can't be alone in the fact that the controls are terrible, the camera is terrible, maybe the difficulty, maybe people don't care about the fact that there's, but I do. It's stupid that there is difficulty settings, and the save system is a pain. And maybe I'll come back to it at some other point and beat it, but really now I don't want to play it. I want to go back and play like Demon's Souls or something. And not because I don't like it. But like, it's not clear at all what I'm supposed to do. It's just, I just hate this mechanic. Push blocks and climb up on them. Like, I just don't understand it. How I'm supposed to do it at all. And puzzle games like, it's nothing to boast about obviously, but it's not that impressive. But I beat Portal 2 in 5 hours, which is not, it's bleh. But the reason why I beat that in 5 hours is because there's none of this rushingness. There's none of this camera issues. There's no control issues in Portal 2. Control issues in a puzzle game where one wrong control issue can make you fall off the edge and die instantly, and have to make you retry the whole mission again. Is a big problem. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry in Portal 2. You don't have to worry about waiting. You don't have to worry about this annoying music. You don't have to worry about being rushed or anything. It just doesn't make sense at all to me. The problem is, I'm just going to drop off the edge. But when you die, you go back to the checkpoint. One thing is, I'm trying to remember the techniques that they show you, but I don't remember it, and there's nowhere else to find out where they are. It's retarded. You're going to have to look up on YouTube what the techniques are. Again, what the tutorial things are, and you can't. They're not here at all. So I'm gonna return to top screen a minute. I want to show you. Hopefully, they actually show up. A mission in the game that I'm talking about with the control issues and the camera problems, which you already showed you some of the camera problems right there, though. Okay, so before I show you the boss, I want to show you actually like a puzzle being completed. So you got on this stage, you got trap blocks, and this is a control issue as well. If the controls screw up, you can get killed by that in one hit. There's some really poor game mechanics, like you can drink to go faster, even though I drunk like every goddamn drink you could drink at the bar, and I still didn't get drunk at all. Drop down. And now, I don't want to turn the difficulty down to easy, but the game is going to give me no choice. If the control problems and the camera problems and the fact that I can't look at the techniques again or the tutorials, and now look what has happened. What the hell does that look? I can't see my character. Look at this. Look how dumb this is. I can't see anything or anything. Look at this. Look at this problem. Look. Am I the only one in the world that can see the problems with games that other people can't? Because I feel like I'm shouting from the rooftops going, this game has so many problems, and everyone goes, no. But it does. Look at it. I'm going to have to kill myself because I can't see anything. And now, I never give up in games. If I do actually stop playing them, I come back to them at another point. But I just, it's not my fault that I'm going to give up. I'm not going to give up, but you know what I mean. it wouldn't be my fault because you can't look at the techniques, you can't look at the things you've learned. It's like in a game, if you've learned this combo, you can go look at that combo, but in this game you can't do that. Like, what the hell were they thinking? You know? It's ridiculous. There's other sheep. Sheep are actually other people stuck in this nightmare. Yeah, it's nightmare of a game, seriously. I bet you I'm gonna, if I actually do beat that mission, I'm gonna beat it and then the next mission is gonna be insanely easy. Because they can't get their difficulties done properly. So when you get out, you get out, you get a level, you get a score, stuff like that. See, that was fun. That was what, this was one level ago. That was so easy. Where does the difficulty spikes come from? What the hell were they thinking? You know?
Would you like to retry this effort?
No. Yes or no? Yes, no, yes, no. If I say yes, it'll probably go back there. But the game just, it's making me not want to play it because there's so many simple flaws with it that are completely pathetic, you know, really like amateur design problems, you know. Okay, so this is the same one, but there's so many, you know, problems with it. The controls, the saving, the camera, the difficulty spikes, the difficulty settings itself, which is, I can't get my mind around, because as soon as I started this game, it got bad points with me because of the difficulty settings. Why? Because it's clearly a problem, the difficulty settings, because they couldn't focus on one difficulty setting and make it how it should have been. You know, make one difficulty setting, they could have just focused on that, and because they haven't focused on one difficulty setting, there's a lot of problems with the difficulty. And, you know, I hope you not necessarily agree with my points, but understand that I think they're valid reasons. You know, and especially because I give you that I suck at the game and I don't know what the hell I can't get my head around it. But I won't give you that it's really my fault. Because, you know, I can't take the tutorials out again. The controls are a big problem. And the camera. So, that's Catherine. I'll let you know if I get any further in the game. And if I beat it, I'll see if my views change on it or not.